I had two children who attended Castle Kids here, and I just want to say how very pleased I was with the staff here. They were very nurturing. They treated my children as if they were one of their own. The administrators here were also very informative. They kept the parents abreast of anything that was going on, any changes that were in the pipeline, anything that was going on in the classrooms that would have been of concern to the parents. The teachers were very well educated, very well spoken. They also let us know what was going on a daily basis, which helped to make us feel comfortable in bringing our children here. Also, what I liked was the convenience of being able to come in and check on them at any point in time. I could view from an outside camera thanks to the system that they have in place here. What I also liked is that the children learned through play. There was a lot of innovation in the classroom. There were touchscreen computers, different types of games that although the children were playing, they were still learning. I felt when my children left Castle Kids that they were very well prepared. As they entered kindergarten, they were already on top of writing their names. They knew their shapes, they knew their colors. We were fortunate that we had a teacher in the classroom who also taught them some very basic Spanish, and so they were very excited to take a foreign language when they entered kindergarten. So I would highly recommend coming to Castle Kids, bringing your children here if you're interested or you're looking for a very safe location, a place where they will learn and they'll feel comfortable and you'll feel comfortable. There's nothing like having peace of mind knowing that your children are in good hands.
I'm a parent of a 2 3/4-year-old boy, and he's attended Castle Kids now for almost 2 years. It's really helped him evolve and develop into a great little toddler, although he does have toddler moments, and the teachers here do know how to deal with him. Each kid here I see has a different personality, and the teachers adapt to that and do a really good job of encouraging each kid to be an individual while ensuring that they all learn to share and play along.
He started as 1 year old. As coming up, he learned through play, and as he came going into different classes, I saw his learning technique growing, and I was very shocked. It was amazing. I love that he's the only child, and he play with other kids. Very unique. They learn how to share. They learn how to play with each other in different techniques, and the teachers here are very excellent. I love the activities that they do for the kids, the different parades, Halloween, the family day picnic. All that was a great experience for me. I really love Castle Kids, and now that he has moved on to a bigger school, I appreciate Castle Kids because it really helped with numbers, ABCs, colors, his shapes. He already knew all that from Castle Kids, so you would definitely love it.
As working parents and having our first child, we expected that at some point we would feel bad when we both had to go back to work and take Silas to daycare. But quickly coming to Castle Kids, we didn't have that fear at all, actually, or feel bad about leaving him at daycare. In the angelfish room where Silas started, there were 3 teachers. The one that had been there the least amount of time had been there for 12 years, and all of them were grandmothers. And so we quickly realized that Silas was probably in better care at Castle Kids than at home with us rookies.
When I first found out that I was expecting, I knew my child was going to come to Castle Kids. I have relatives that have been here before and definitely friends. So this is a great experience to have your child here at Castle Kids. They have the annual Halloween trick-or-treat that starts in October. We also have the fabulous Mardi Gras parade as here as well. Wonderful staff. It's very convenient, great location. For being a first-time mom, I would definitely do it all over again, having my child coming here at Castle Kids. Great staff, great hospitality, clean environment. Did I say great staff? So to moms and dads out there, if you have any kids, just have them come to Castle Kids.
When I first toured Castle Kids, I knew it was a great facility for kids. It was just obvious by the amount of outdoor space and the teachers. So many of the teachers have 10 years, or even some of them have 20 years of experience, which is really amazing when you compare with other facilities around, and just the care that they give, not only to the kids, but also to the family. They've been like a real support network and a family for me and my husband, because we don't have family in the area, and they're always just giving us suggestions about how to do things and helping us out, and I just couldn't be more pleased with Castle Kids. I'm really, really happy my son goes here.
Our experience with Castle Kids, it's been great. It's been great. The people are real friendly. They wear my child out when I get her back. So that's always a good thing. It means they're real active, a lot of activities. And I get a happy baby.
Yeah, she's learning so much. Every week she comes home learning something new. And she started when she's about 6 months. And it's really been great. We've been really pleased with everything with her development. And like my husband said, the staff has been so helpful, and they inform us of everything that goes on every day, and that just helps us to be comfortable with leaving here every day.
The reason we chose Castle Kids was because of the accreditation. It's the gold standard in daycare. So when we moved to New Orleans, our #1 goal was to find a daycare with that standard. And we were blessed to find Castle Kids, and we've fallen in love with the teachers. Our kids have thrived here. We have 2 of them. We almost think about having 3 just so we can so we can stay in Castle Kids. But it has been a wonderful family, and we have been so happy to be part of the Castle Kid family these past few years.
One of the things I loved about Castle Kids was my son, his interaction with the teachers. When my son first started here, he was starting in the bedroom, and one of the first things when we got here was that Miss Myrna, she was knocking on the other side of the window, getting his attention, and when she waved to him, he had waved back, and she had came over to the bedroom, and she was telling me that when he gets to her room, she want to have that relationship with him already rather than being a stranger into his room. So I think that was really good that the teachers here are passionate, and they care for their students, and they want them to develop for us within themselves as a young adult. I mean, as a young child, for us getting them to be more confident in themselves. That's one thing I learned. My son had a lot of confidence the years that he was here at Castle Kids. And just the attachment for us with the teachers that he had came to get close to. I remember that every day he used to cry when I used to drop him off. So once he got in the dinosaur room with Miss Myrna and Miss Jennifer, it was like it was no hugs, no crying no more. He just go run to Miss Jennifer every day for us to give her a hug, and just I think that was so passionate for us, because you know that the interaction with the teachers, and I know that for she cared for my son and Miss Myrna cared for my son. I think that was one of the most important things that I realized that for us, that I love him coming to Castle Kids every day. And even with me interacting with the teachers and for us getting to know the teachers, it was like a family more than like just dropping your kids off every day, making sure, letting someone watch your kids. They told me how his day was every day for us, you know, his pros and the thing, his cons, even if he kind of messed up on some areas for us when while he was here, that we you know, we talked and we worked together for us to get certain things corrected for us within himself.
A couple of reasons we chose Castle Kids is it's a bright, clean space. They get to see the Mississippi and green grass every day and watch the trains go past. And that's free entertainment, basically. So that's always a good thing. It's a clean, open air space, and all the teachers have been here for quite a while. There's actually a low turnover, which I believe is one of the good signs of any childcare. And the diversity, that's probably the one thing that we really enjoy the most, is that we live in New Orleans, and clearly I'm from the deep, deep South, but we really enjoy diversity, and this great childcare facility has that. And most of the teachers are from New Orleans. I think nearly all of them are, actually. And that really helps, I think, with the development of living in a culturally rich, beautiful city. Our child has some food sensitivities and intolerances, and I really, really appreciate that that Castle Kids actually takes that into consideration and asks. Any good childcare would, but they're open to us bringing snacks to meet his needs. They do modify the food, and one of the things we really love is that water and juice are water is obviously needed, but water and juice are an option. So if you want to opt out of having juice, which we do, then they won't give it to him. So they're very accommodating.
So when we had our first child, Charlie, we looked around at various daycares, and this facility by far was the best facility that we found as far as the space, the teachers, the quality. The location up along the river is beautiful, the outdoor activities, and they play with the children a lot. They let the children play outside all the time, which is really the one thing you want your kids to do at this age. It was a really clean atmosphere, and everybody is very respectful, very communicative. If your child falls and bumps his head, they call you immediately. They make sure they have all the proper documentation on file. And our experience has been just absolutely fantastic at this facility.
Yeah, we had 2 children, Charlie and Fiona. Charlie is just transitioned out after 4 years, and obviously we've watched him grow through the experience and really experience every part of this organization as he transitioned from the baby room, which we're into right now, all the way until he was 4.5. And every step of the way, our experience has been the same. All the employees here are really fantastic. Essentially, they're helping to raise your kids. They spend probably as much time with your kids as you do, and so you really are concerned that they're getting quality experience, as well as the foundation of education to prepare them to go into pre-K or kindergarten and another school system, and they really do a great job. I think in Charlie's case, I think Castle Kids potty trained him more than we did. So really great experience in every step of the way. We have a second child, Fiona, who is now 15 months old. She, similar experience. So, 4 years later, going through with the second child, just reinforced everything that we believed about Castle Kids early on, and most of the employees, I believe, are still here, which speaks highly about how they treat their employees and the experience for them as well. So it's kind of nice because it's a family. You really get to know everybody from the management team all the way to almost every single teacher and employee, to James who cooks the food. And everybody brings a fantastic attitude. I think every day. I'd rather hang out here than go to work. It's fun to be at Castle Kids.
We heard so many great things about it. We have relatives who went here, friends and family, and they all spoke very highly of the staff here, how professional they were, how much the kids learned while they were here. So it was very important that we continue in that, and we have nothing but great experiences from this, and the teachings that they've received from here have been great, right?
Both of our kids are developing past any other child their age. My oldest daughter, she can speak well, complete sentences. My youngest daughter is, they are both just doing great here. They're past anybody else, any of their friends. They're just past. They're learning past anybody else.
There's a lot of pride that's taken with the teachers here. You can tell the type of care that they put into the kids. They go above and beyond. It's not just what they learn in the classroom. It's different lessons. We've had times where we've had issues with our kids that we needed some guidance because we're brand new parents, and they've always been willing to give information. Now, we've only had experience with 2 of the classes, but I've had experience with a lot of the teachers here from for us being involved parents, and they've all been great. And I never had any issue, and we recommend it to anyone to come to Castle Kids.
Yes.